ISIS anointed her lovers with it, she told me, to ensure their return. I emptied the entire blue vial of it on her car that young spring when I was 23. She left town for a month and a half, but she came back, so I guess it worked. We spent the best month of my life together in an old warehouse on the corner of 41st and Ludlow, like our island in the sun, a full city block wide with no neighbors. It was idyllic, casual, strong. It was fierce and so very tender. That was June. Nothing could have prepared me for what came next, Black September. To be so deeply in love, one must beware the potential to be broken or break another and leave a scar you'll carry for the rest of your life. These aren't the risks of being in love. They are guarantees. Black September cleaved from me my youth. My direction irrevocably changed, bitterly, so that now, at 38, looking back, and the sum total of my life seems to be only when I got hurt and everything after. My tiger lily flew in from Hong Kong yesterday, and we rode on up last night. This is the first I've been out of bed since we pulled into Point Reyes. I can see her out there on the porch swing smoking an American Spirit Blue. But she'll be back in soon. We'll be having sex again. She is from China and is emotionally repressed. She doesn't say much, barely answers anything asked of her. She's quiet and gorgeous, sweet and dark. She's wont to ping back into the kitchenette of the bungalow, come back with something fortifying, protein, carbs, coffee, and beer. She wants to keep going. So do I. She'll get emotional around her fourth or fifth orgasm, and she won't go out to smoke then. But I will. We'll save the talk for later, maybe our third or fourth day out here in the wild Pacific. Thinking about it pulls me back inside myself, pulls me back from the brink of being here fully in the moment with her, and that's really why I go out to smoke. I've been up here for a month. I flew in at her request to dewinterize the place and get it ready for her arrival. When she called me in Texas to tell me her grandmother was dying, I might have been surprised, but it was after 2 in the morning, and after all these years dealing with her, I am not surprised by anything she does. She wanted to see me. She had to fly back home first, but wanted to meet me in Olema at her family's place on the beach, just north of San Francisco and on the edge of 71,000 acres of park reserve on the Point Reyes Peninsula. When she called, shit was grim for me. The fall saw me suffering a rueful breakup with Celeste, and winter fared little better. My writing and my work suffered. I was despondent and suicidal. Fagged, jagged, blue, and despondent nights, wondering the ghost I cared for so long, and what the hell was she doing out on the West Coast and in San Francisco, no less. Shit was grim for me when she called. So I jumped at the chance. I wholeheartedly agreed. A month that I've been up here without her, in the bungalow by the sea, with monkey weed cloying in the cold shallows and apparitions in the mist like wisdom smoke that I could see splitting the cords of wood, that I could see some phantasm in that old face in the mirror, drunk too long, and in the maw of the wetwood, my father's face, the gin blossoms, the crooked line of a broken nose, and how many generations of Irish American men down a crooked line of a broken nose. The truth through haunting. The truth through haunting is we're reminded of what we'll never lose again because it's gone. But we won't be forgiven the memory of it. It hangs on. It clings at our secret heart. Or it rears and returns in late spring like a lover anointed in rosemary oil. This is our life. And these are our days now. I came up to the peninsula on my 38th birthday. She arranged it that way even though she knew she wouldn't be here. Shit was grim for me when she called. She knew I needed it, this getaway. Just like she knew she would need me to read to her and put my hands on her full naked thighs. I want you to read to me. This was not coy. It was as direct and sexy and succinct as she wanted it to be. So I came up on my 38th birthday without her, into the sand and fog, woeing a ghostly baggage and collapsing in a black alcoholic torpor. Thank you.